We're doing it live, like we do every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at midnight Eastern. We do it live. And, of course, I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. On top of all that, I'm live whenever news breaks. But right now, what you care about are the phone calls, your questions, your Week 10 Q&A. We're doing it all. Talk about that dreadful Thursday night game. The Thursday games are also, we want to talk about how to avoid these matchups the best way we can, because Thursday players usually always drop a dud. We had Foreman do some good things, but past that, it's like stay away from Thursday players. We talk about this every single week, but somehow it pulls us in, right? You got a player playing, you're like, I should play this player. I'm gonna be able to watch him. I'm gonna go ahead and start him so I can watch him tonight, and then he drops a dud on you. Stay away from Thursday guys. Stay away from Thursday guys. We're doing it live. Phone calls. The Fantasy Football Show begins in T-minus 3 minutes. Let's go. First in the building, big drop. Bobby, Two-Tone, Scotty, Hefe, Omar, Cody, Matt. Appreciate you all being here. Let's go.
You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. Smitty is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the Fantasy Football Show. Please stand by like a boss.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
You are watching the Fantasy Football Show voicemail edition. I've got a caller on the line. I don't know who it is. Identify yourself.
Identify yourself.
You're live.
This is Brian from Chicago, Smitty.
Brian, appreciate you. What can I do for you, young man?
So Brian, I got a really stacked team, but somehow I'm 5-4. I just bad luck. Anyways, do you think I should make this trade? Dalvin Cook and CeeDee Lamb for Tyreek Hill.
Dalvin Cook and Lamb For Tyreek?
Yeah, and I know it's not the best trade, but it's because Dalvin Cook isn't even in my starting lineup, so he's just sitting on the bench.
Yeah, that's tough because I mean you're getting the best player in the deal in Tyreek, but is Lamb and that's a lot to give up. You're talking about a potential 2-second. Maybe Lamb's a third rounder. I guess if we're drafting today, he's borderline. I don't even know where we draft him. It'd be interesting to do a draft. Cook. I mean, Tyreek's the better player. If you're loaded with depth, you're gonna hand this person an amazing trade themselves. Like they're getting a good deal. Like if they called me up and told me their situation, I'd be like, I wouldn't hit the got 'em button, but I'd be like, you got a good deal, son. But then, you look at your situation, and I mean, does everybody you think Tyreek needs to be the pick here? The cheetah is good to go, says Avi. That's one vote.
I'll tell you my RB. It's Cook, Swift, JT, Kenneth Walker, and Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
So I'm like loaded on running backs.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to say no to this. If you're loaded, bro, what are you going to do? Have a lesser lineup and not use the players? So you're in an 8-man or 10-man?
Yeah. I'm in an 8-man.
Yeah. We should start with that because the reason everybody's loaded and the waiver wire is probably pretty decent too. So
yeah, it's pretty decent.
Yeah, so I mean, like this isn't even Tyreek straight up. Like, who's the best waiver wire guy?
Right now, I'd have to check. I don't really know off the top of my head, but
because even if it's like someone like give me a name.
I mean, I know Herbert's still on there. I know Jamal Williams is still on there.
Yeah, so like we do something like this, and then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? It's like Tyreek and Jamal over Cook and Lamb, complete smash, boom. So 8-man leagues. If anybody's watching that's in an 8-man league, big difference than a 12-man league. 8-man leagues are made for giving up multiple players for one, just because every team's loaded. You have depth galore all over the bench. You got Jamal Williams on the bench on the waiver wire. So it's like give up as many multiple players as you can. Overpay. It's overpay season in an 8-team league. Overpay. Even in a 10-team league to some extent. Look at that. Jamal and Tyreek for Cook and Lamb. How much different does that look? Just writing in the waiver wire guy you're getting. Doesn't that look a whole heck of a lot different, bro?
Right.
Simple.
So you would say, yeah, do it?
Well, I mean, what do you think out of everything I just said right now? What do you think? You think I'm going to say no after that spiel? Yeah, smash him. I love it. I don't blame you. You're one of those people that just needs to hear it. You need to hear it come out of my mouth. Even though I pretty much painted the entire picture, I haven't yet said yes. And you need me to say it. Here, let me get the megaphone out. At the risk of waking up the entire household for you, bro. The answer is yes. Smash the button and go pick up Jamal. Unless there's a better player than Jamal and you assessed it wrong, and there's a better player than Jamal Williams out there. That's a smash. Look at that, Tyreek and Jamal, bro. Tyreek and Jamal. It's easy. Yep. It's light work.
But yes, but yeah, I appreciate everything. From last year, making me win my league to this year.
That's what I'm here. That's what I'm here for, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
What's your name? What's your name again? Brian.
My name is Brian.
Okay, Brian. I'm gonna enter you into the system here. Hold on. That way I know when you're calling. What's your nickname? Your confirmation, Brian. You need confirmation. You need me to say. You need me to actually say yes. Do it. You need the confirmation. Or, let me see. What's a better nickname for this guy? Confirmation, Brian. That doesn't sound. Huh?
Yeah, there you go. Confirmation, Brian.
You don't get to pick your own nickname, bro. You're not involved in this. What are we doing? What's his nickname? What's his nickname? He needs me to say it. Two-time Brian? I don't know. No. Two-time Brian.
Two-time Brian. No.
We got second chance. Whatever his name is already. We don't need a second. We need Brian. Brian, may I? May I please? Will you give me Private Brian? Take a lap, Brian. Come on, guys. You can do better than this. Come on, guys. I'm waiting for you. Say it, Brian. Double B. Unsettled Brian. Confirmation Carl. I kind of like that. Confirmation Carl. Confirmation Carl / Brian. That's it. I'm sorry. That's it. All right. Just accept your nickname. Don't be like the other guy. They're like literally called in screaming and yelling for like.
I'm Carl now.
You're Carl, bro.
Carl.
Confirmation Carl / Brian. Later.
All right, Smitty. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Later.
All right, later.
Remember that guy? What was that guy's nickname? He couldn't handle it. He kept calling back. He's like, I don't like it. It's not my nickname. He couldn't handle it. I like that. I'm sorry. Confirmation Carl, even though his name's not Carl. That's what it is. Saving Private Brian. That's almost better. Maybe that's what we go with. Saving Private Brian. That's pretty good. Hey, Zach. What's up?
What's up, Smitty? I have a quick question. I'm thinking about trading Devontae Adams and Gabe Davis for Nick Chubb and DK Metcalf. Would you do that?
D. Adams and Gabe Davis?
Yep.
For Chubb and who? DK?
And DK.
Well, what do you think when you look at that, bro? I mean, like, here's what I'm thinking. I mean, you're taking Chubb over Adams more than likely every time, right? I mean, am I wrong? Maybe not. I mean, PPR, maybe you don't. DK's better than Gabe Davis. So, I mean, it seems like this side wins for sure. But I mean, I could get behind the argument if you you have a surplus of RBs, you know. But I think Chubb and DK outweighs D. Adams and Gabe Davis.
Okay, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like it's like at first I thought this is going to be an easy call, but then as I started to look at it, as I started evaluating D. Adams and how much I really like him, but you know, DK's. I'm not saying DK's near Adams. I'm not, but like let's say Chubb went down, knock on wood. Like DK could still try and hold his weight here against, you know, the other side of the trade. He wouldn't do it, but he would put up a nice fight. And that's the kind of deal I like. Gabe Davis I like a lot as a buy low, but you can't expect DK numbers out of Gabe Davis. You can only hope that he ends up being an amazing player. But like Chubb's balling out. You could even probably flip him into more. You could flip this into a bigger deal. You could go get like, I don't know. Not that you'd want to, but you could get a lot more for Chubb and DK than this guy's getting. Do it. Punch it.
Okay, for sure. Thanks, Mitty.
All right, man. Later. I mean, there's risk in anything. You know, we don't know if Chubb is going to hold up or if Adams is going to, I don't know. Maybe car breaks down. We don't know. Anything could happen. I think you got to go with what's going on right now. What have you done for me lately, and done for me quite a bit lately? And that is Chubb scoring and looking good, and Adams looks good. They're both the best players in the deal. Pretty even Steven, if you ask me. Chubb's going to get drafted higher. He's an RB, and DK is going to get drafted higher than Gabe Davis. Will Gabe Davis outscore DK? It's certainly possible. This isn't a crazy trade on either side. But, you know, Devontae Adams going to eat 15 to 20 targets weekly, says Isaac. That's a lot of targets, Isaac. 20 targets? You sure about that? Whoa, what a world do you live in, bro? He's not getting 20 targets a game. Gotta be out of your mind. Let's just for giggles, I'm looking up his targets. Let's see how far off you are. That's a lot of targets, bro. 20 targets. What's he on pace for right now? Adams. Devontae. All right, ready? Here's his targets so far, bro. He has 217. Yeah, you're not out of your mind to have that once in a while, but 5 targets, 9 targets, 7, 13, 10, 7, 217s. He's not getting 15 to 20 targets a game. Very, very optimistic of you, bro. But like I would say like 7 to 12. You can't expect more than 12 a game, bro, on average. No way.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial in to thy show, por favor. And let's see if we can. Let's put another camera up. Hold on. There we go. We'll put it down here. That way we can keep it a little bit. It's a little hard to see when I go down into the cellar there. You can barely see me. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to? Hello? Hello? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Smitty. It's my name's Miles.
Miles, what's up?
How's it going?
I'm good, bro.
Nothing much. I just watched that Thursday night game and happy to see Foreman doing good for all the owners out there.
What Thursday night game?
But Panthers Falcons.
What can I do for you?
Just wanted to go over kind of my roster and see if there's any way I can make some moves here. I'm sitting pretty at 6-3, but I just wanted to see. So I was lucky enough to have Debo and DeAndre Hopkins. I drafted Hopkins late. I was wondering if I should package Kittle and maybe D-Hop or Kittle and Debo and go get a guy like Kelsey.
Yeah, for sure. Trade. I'd probably keep Hopkins, bro. He's fresh.
Keep Hopkins.
He's hungry. He's got a chip on his shoulder. Debo, he can be hungry all he wants. He's not fresh. He's banged up. CMC's in town. Jimmy G is a pea shooting facilitator. As much as everybody wants to say, oh, he's going to do well, maybe he does. Maybe he's efficient. You know, I'm not saying he can't be like a good game manager because CMC's going to make him so. But what I do know is that when you've got Ayuk, Kittle, Debo, CMC, and you got other running backs, you got other players involved as well. Juwan Jennings and eventually Denny Gray. Like, there's a lot of weapons. There's just no way I see him producing like he did last year with the rushing attempts potentially now gone bye-bye. So I would take Debo and trade him. These two for for Kelsey would be fire.
Kittle and Debo for Kelsey.
Absolute fire.
All right, yeah. The Kelsey owner's desperate for a receiver. So
well, make his dreams come true. Make his dreams come true. Give him a wide receiver. Take his tight end and walk straight to the bank.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it. One more question. In my other league, I unfortunately drafted Najee and Swift. Luckily, I'm 7-2 still because I also drafted Kenneth Walker, Damian Pierce, and ETN. Wanted to know, should I package, Swift, Najee? I also have CD Lamb. Should I basically clear depth and try to go get a player like Nick Chubb or an Alvin Kamara or something?
I mean, Swift and Najee for one player that's ranked like a handful of spots above Swift, absolutely. Like, Najee's a throw-in. If you can bump up your one player using Najee, you do it. If you throw Najee Harris in to get your mediocre quarterback into a Justin Fields, you do it. If you could turn your better than mediocre but okay quarterback into Burrow throwing a Najee Harris, you do it. If you could turn a Godwin into a Hopkins throwing Najee in, you do it. You turn Zeke Elliott into Stevenson by throwing a Najee, you do it. That's how you use Najee. Najee's no longer he's no longer anything but what window dressing, an accoutrement, a gravy to put on top of your mashed potatoes. That's what Najee is going forward. If you can get any kind of upgrade whatsoever, you do it and you do it live.
Okay, I got it. It hurts as a Steelers fan.
It does hurt. I'm sorry.
Overall pick.
I know that burned. That burned, bro.
Luckily, I drafted the young guys. And
yeah.
Good. Well, Smitty, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for what you do for the community. Your Instagram's awesome. Your YouTube's awesome. Really appreciate the time you put in, and I'm looking forward to many championships.
I appreciate you, bro. We're doing what we can to get this thing to 20K, then to 40K, then to 100K. Then the bigger we get, I promise you, the better the show. Has the show not gotten better every time we've gotten bigger? The answer is correct. Yes.
It's amazing. You keep doing what you're doing, and you'll reach all the goals. You
appreciate you. I work for you, so
right, man.
I work for you. So congratulations.
Thanks, man. I'll keep watching and seeing what the other callers have to say.
All right, later.
Appreciate it, man.
Malik, you're live.
Hey, Timothy, how's it going? How you doing?
What's up, Malik?
Hey, I finally got somebody to trade with me. I'm 7-2 in the league. I'm number 1.
Attaboy.
I'm trying to pull off the trade for Cooper Kupp. I was going to give up Chris Olave, Kenneth Walker, and who else? Josh Palmer for Cooper Kupp and Miles Sanders. How you feel about that?
So you're going this way for Sanders and Cooper Kupp. Yeah.
Oh, no, I got something to tell you about that trade right there. Right. Go ahead.
I mean, as much as I hate to... God, I hate trading away Walker, bro. It just burns me. Burns me, bro. Burns me. As much as I hate it, like, that's a pretty darn good deal. Because you can't... There's no... What's the chat think on this one? I mean, I like Olave a lot, though. I like Olave a lot, but Sanders is playing really good. Let's see what the chat thinks. I'm going to throw some comments on screen. What are you doing here, chat, if this is you? Part of me wants to take a gamble on Olave, but...
I also have Jamar Chase on the bench.
You have Jamar Chase, yeah. Marcus doesn't like it. Avi says no. Walker side. Daniel says do it. Keep Kupp. No, he's trading for Kupp. I wrote it wrong. I put the arrow in the direction it's going. So tell me what side you like. Maybe just say the player name that you like most. Walker. Noah says you got to do it. Walker, hold, Walker, Kupp side. I like the Kupp side. Walker can compete with Kupp. Yeah, you know what? I guess that's the way that I look at this. Stafford's in the concussion protocol, very 50-50 to play. He's been struggling with the elbow injury. I'm not saying Stafford's, done or anything like that, but what if he goes down, man? I think Kupp survives a little bit like Hill survived when Tua was out, where there's a lot of yardage, but not a lot of touchdowns. I'm agreeing with the chat here. I think ultimately, let's look at this logically, because it's a tough one. I think anybody that says it's a home run isn't looking at the right trade. This is a tough one. If I'm drafting today, I am probably drafting Kupp over Walker barely. But when you think about position of need and all that, you've got Jamar Chase on your bench. Walker could definitely, as said in the chat, I forget who said it, but could hang with Kupp. So then it comes down. Then it comes down to, I mean, Kupp might have the higher ceiling, but then it comes down to Olave versus Sanders, and this is PPR.
Yeah, full PPR.
I think Olave can hang with Sanders. I think he could outscore him. It's pretty even. Breaking it down like this is even. Look, do I like Olave over Sanders? I kind of do. Do I like Kupp over Walker? They're very close. Positionally, it makes Walker a little bit better to me, but if you're walking into a draft, you would take Kupp probably higher, go forward, but that's because you would have time to plan and prep to draft a running back in round 2 or whatever, and you could build appropriately. But I think, give me the whole team. Ron Navy wants to know who your whole team is. Let's hear it all. I try not to lure that out of everybody, but let's get it.
I got Lamar. Travis Etienne, St. Brown, Kenneth Walker,
So you,
Olave,
yeah, you have Walker now. Okay.
Schultz, Gabe Davis,
Okay.
and Jamar Chase,
And Chase.
and Najee.
Yeah, I mean, you take away Walker, it hurts you a little more than it. I like this team. You got Chase, you got Olave, you got St. Brown, you got 3 wide receivers, you got 2 running backs. I don't think I mess. I mean, Sanders would be in there, obviously, but that's so tough. It's so close. It's so close. What's the chat saying now? Olave will continue to eat, not gonna lie. I love the usage of not gonna lie there. Olave's gonna eat, I'm not gonna lie. Does not seem like the appropriate way to use not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That doesn't seem like the most appropriate. I don't know. I appreciate it. It just made me laugh. I'm not gonna lie. That's the appropriate usage. I don't know about ETN and Walker have same bye week. Yeah, I guess that's a good question. What's your record?
7-2. I'm number 1 in the league right now.
7-2. You can afford to wait on. You can afford to get hit in the bye week. You don't have to worry about that. You can wait on Jamar Chase. I like the Walker ETN side. I say let it ride with what you got. Kupp is very intriguing.
Right.
Sanders is the wild card here. I don't know why I don't trust Sanders. I'm not gonna lie, that's a funny trade. Not gonna lie, that was funny. Those are all proper usage of not gonna lie. I just don't think Lave's gonna continue to eat. I'm not gonna lie. That just didn't seem right. It felt forced. What's your gut telling you, bro?
I don't know. I think it's time. I'm gonna go with Kupp. I really do. But it seems like the chat is saying Walker, so now I'm thinking like.
Yeah, but you gotta keep him.
I'm 7-2. Like
you gotta keep in mind we're a very pro Walker community. Very pro Walker.
Oh, trust me, he saved my season. I know.
And not to confuse you more, but look at how good Cordero Patterson was last night. Low end running back 1. Now, if you ask somebody after one game, what are they going to say? Cordero Patterson is trash. So you got to be a little careful with going off of a trending chat. And I'm not saying that chat's wrong or that we're wrong about Cordero or anything, but Cordero, how quickly things change from week to week. Not going to lie, things are totally up and down. And I think the one thing here is Kupp is never up and down. Kupp is amazing. So if your gut screams Kupp, I'm totally with you. I think I would probably lean Walker Olave if it was me, but bro, I'm talking barely. I'm talking like we spent how much time on the phone? What? Huh?
You said what?
Yeah, I'm still here. We've been on the phone 12 minutes on this one. This is how close it is. So trust your gut. The chat has spoken. I've spoken. Cordero Patterson's trash, says Mr. TD. He's done. He's done in everybody's mind. Trust your gut, bro. We gave you everything we can give you. Appreciate it. On your way.
Thank you, sir.
You're on your own to fly now. On his way.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains.
He's on his own at this point. Let me get to these super chats and I'll get back to the phone lines. So I'm going to take the phone line off the screen. So you dial in, you're wasting your breath. You're wasting your fingers. Super chat. Let's see. This one's from Team Zero. Team Zero says, "You help me reach 8-1. I need some help. Brady, Eckler, Chubb, Waddle, Metcalf, Olave." Is JW, is that Javonte Williams? He just put him in there. I'm not sure what that means. JW? Who is that? Higbee. Greg. Bucks. Defense. Jacoby. Okay. Metcalf. You have a pretty good group of. Wait, who's JW? Jamal Williams. This is in the middle of the wide receivers, though. I'm blanking out. Who's JW? He's listing him like he's a wide receiver. Jalen Waddle? Why would you just write that? At the risk of Zero Gaming, at the risk of me not understanding Jeff Wilson, it's in the wide receivers. It's got to be Jalen Waddle. Jalen Warren? Why would you risk this, Zero? Gaming Zero, why would you do this to yourself? You're putting your super chat in jeopardy. It's got to be Jalen Waddle. It's in the middle of all of the wide receivers. Where's Zero Gaming at when you need him? Jamal Williams. In the middle of all the wide receivers, bro? Metcalf, Jamal Williams, Olave? What are we doing here? You know I've got a little OCD, bro. This is not acceptable, Zero Gaming. Okay, Eckler, Chubb. Oh, you got Jalen Waddle already. I just thought maybe you were listing it. He's got Jalen Waddle. Jim Bean, Jalen Warren, Jeff Wilson. It looks like it's Jamal Williams. Okay. Chubb, Waddle, Metcalf, Olave, very solid team. I don't think you need to do anything. I don't think you can really sell on any of these guys. Would I try to upgrade Brady? Maybe, but I do think he might have a better second half of the season than people expect. So don't cut him and put in a scrub. I'm going to say roll with what you got, bro. There's not a lot here. If you wanted to divide and conquer, it would be Chubb, not Eckler. I'd keep Eckler. I don't necessarily want you to dump Chubb, but if you wanted to, if you felt like you needed to, if you could go get a Walker and Justin Herbert and you felt better about that, you could go get a Lamar. Lamar's kind of doubted right now. Maybe just look and see what the Lamar owner has at running back. Maybe you could do a running back for running back swap and get Lamar. Like if it was an ETN or a Walker, I would do that for Chubb. I would give up Chubb for ETN or Walker and get the quarterback upgrade. Give him Brady, you take him. Maybe he's got two quarterbacks. Maybe he's got Mark Andrews. I'd take Mark Andrews. I'd give Higbee and Chubb for Mark Andrews and a running back near that caliber. Hit that thumb up button. Only 54 of you have punched the thumb up button for real. Not going to lie. That's hitting home. That's hitting kind of personal there. Low blow. Not going to lie. Howard. 10-team PPR 2 flex. Kyler, CMC, Taylor, Hopkins, Godwin, Kelsey, Damian, Pierce, Swift. This team's straight fire. Your grandma, 10-man league, my foot. PPR 2 flex, Kyler, CMC, Taylor, Hopkins. I mean, you're good to go. What are you contacting me for? Would I maybe take Swift, turn him into who's your tight end? Kelsey? Nope, you're good there. Swift and Godwin for a top 5 running back. Swift and Godwin since you've got Taylor, CMC, you're good at running back. Damian, Swift and Godwin for a top 4 wide receiver, or a top 5 running back. I would do that. Go to every one of them. Boom, 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 boom. Top 5. Go straight down the list. Godwin or Swift to upgrade Kyler into a top 2 or 3 quarterback. I mean, having that top 3 quarterback, man, is so nice. Not that Kyler can't bounce back, but pretty easy call for me. Need 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. ETN, Walker, JT, Swift, DK, St. Brown, Olave. So 2 running backs, I would say ETN and Walker. Wide receivers would be... Man, how do you decide between DK and St. Brown? I'm going Olave. I really feel like St. Brown's going to bounce back. I'm going to go St. Brown. You do what you got to do. I'm going St. Brown. I'm willing to take the risk. And then I throw JT. I think I throw JT in the flex. God, Slayer, that's tough, bro. That's very tough. We got a $20 hauler. Attention. MGK, see my tears. Super chat. It's $20. Broski. Brady, Watson, Hopkins, Lamb, Mike Williams, Thielen, Dotson, Jameson. Couldn't get Andrews like you advised me earlier this week. Traded Jacobs, Ertz for Barkley, Hawkinson. Jacobs, Ertz for Barkley, Hawkinson. Bro, what were you thinking doing that trade? Absolutely phenomenal.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Doing that trade without inviting us to the party is what I was going to say. Absolute phenomenal trade, bro. Jacobs and Ertz for Barkley and Hawkinson. Straight up got him, bro.
Got him.
Unreal. I don't know what else to tell you to do after that. I mean, Barkley, you got Barkley, you've got Hopkins, you got Lamb. Maybe potentially, man, I wish you could get Andrews using Hawkinson. Have you tried doing that now that you've acquired Hawkinson? Maybe head on back over to that owner and be like, hey, what about TJ Hawkinson, my guy? I don't know who you would throw in, though. It is a little thin, unless you're not listing everybody that you have, but Brady, Hopkins, Saquon, Lamb. I mean, it's good. You have a good team. You do need Pollard to step up. You do need Hawkinson to step up. Nice job. If you were to divide and conquer, if you felt like you needed something, you might have to trade Barkley, but you'd have to get like an ETN or a Walker or a Stevenson and then a big wide receiver. And the lower you went there, so Walker, ETN, or ETN Walker are kind of the same. And then Stevenson, you need a bigger wide receiver for a Stevenson package. And you'd have to go a little lower on the wide receiver hunt if you're adding one in next to ETN or Walker. Just an idea. You don't necessarily need to do that, but in case you do feel like you do have to divide and conquer. Traded Tua and Lamb for Adams. I have Burrow and Fields. Is that good? Traded Tua and Lamb for Adams. Absolutely.
You've just been Smitty approved.
That's why we have depth, bro. To take care of business like that. And you did just that. Cody, appreciate you. Skywalker. He wants a Skywalker.
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker.
Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker. Appreciate your super chat, Cody. Thank you for calling for it. People love that tune, too. They're like, give me the tune. Smitty, give me the tune. I want the tune, and I want it now. People super chat just to hear that. It's becoming quite the request these days. Toasty Buns wants to know 10 team PPR have Allen, Jacobs, Pollard, Elliott. Oh, by the way, thank you for the double super chat there. Allen, Jacobs, Pollard, Elliott, Drake, Edwards, Kupp, Diggs, Devontae Smith, Curtis Samuel, Pickens, Hawkinson. Any moves that should make your 8-1. Congrats on being 8-1. Allen, Jacobs, Kupp, Diggs. I like what you got. I would sell Jacobs on the high. If you could get into it, I don't know if your league looks at it this way, but if you could get an ETN or a Walker below Jacobs, if they feel that way, maybe they don't. Our community is different than the average community. I would do that in a heartbeat. So, it's tough to say if your league's going to feel the same way though. And I get something in addition to it. If you go down from Jacobs to like what running back could you knock yourself down from Jacobs to? So ETN, Kamara, Mixon. Many might not like Jacobs more than those guys. Dameon Pierce would be one. JT would be another. You trade Jacobs for JT and a St. Brown type player, and then boom, Toasty Buns. You're in the mix, my man. You're off to the ball, Cinderella. Appreciate you. I would look for JT. I would look for Pierce. I would potentially look at Stevenson. These are all potential plays. And, of course, Etienne and Walker with an additional piece like St. Brown. St. Brown. Then we're doing it live. Thank you for all those super chats, everybody. Thomas, keeping the lights on, Smitty. $4.99 holler. Appreciate you.
To the moon.
Thomas is my guy. Okay, Travis. Olave plus JT for Adams. Deal was on the table. Now the kid has cold feet. Well, he probably watches the show. And we told him how it goes. Now the kid has cold feet and wants Claypool as well. Oh, God. Bro, Travis, if you lose this deal because you stuttered on adding Claypool, it's going to be take a lap season all week long on the show. What's Claypool really to you, bro? What's Claypool to you? Are you really not going to do this trade because of Claypool? Throw Claypool in. But hold on. At this point, do we really feel like... I'm just saying, Claypool is not a difference maker at all. I give Claypool away just for charity and write it off on my taxes. But if Olave and JT... We're back to this trade. I'm looking at it and it's just... Claypool's not a difference maker in it. But Claypool aside, Olave and JT, it just looks so nice for Davante Adams. I don't know which side I like more. I think we need the chat to come in strong again and do another vote. I don't feel like... I'm settled on this one yet. I don't care about Claypool. Can we please vote on this one more time? I just feel a little uneasy about this one. Just passing it over as if we're not going to look at it again. Which side do you like more? Adams or JT and Olave? And I'm going to write Claypool on the other side. What side do you like more? Vote, please. Adams, easy. Olave, JT. Adams, Olave, JT. Adams. Oh, he wants to throw Claypool in. But we don't care about Claypool. Right? So, I'm sorry. If that changes it for anybody, please speak up. JT, Olave, Adams, Olave, I think. Adams, Olave. Yeah, but Claypool doesn't do anything either way. So I just wanted to make that very abundantly clear. But you're still got a really torn community here on this. Most people like Adams, I would say. I'm sorry I messed up on the Claypool part. Okay, we got another $20 hauler in the building somewhere here. Jeff, appreciate you, my dude.
Let's go, mashed potatoes!
Jeff, I'm 5-4. Got Herbert, JT, Walker, Stevenson, AJ Brown, St. Brown, Lamb. Got offered Kamara for Lamb and another offer. I'd rather have Kamara over Lamb. Another offer of Fields and Gabe Davis for Stevenson. Your quarterback's Herbert. I'd rather ride with Herbert than give up those options. I'm saying no to all of them. Fields and Gabe Davis it's nice, but I'd rather have Herbert and Stevenson. And I'd rather have Kamara over Lamb. Not that I wouldn't shop Kamara. Appreciate you, Jeff. Another $20 hauler. Getting immediate assistance from Money Mitch. Money dropping a $20 spot. Money.
Let's go, mashed potatoes!
My boy. My dude, where did this come from? Money Mitch, 14-team league. ETN for Higgins and Judy.
You've just been Smitty disapproved.
You haven't been Smitty disapproved, Money Mitch. 85 of you hit the thumb up button already walking in the door. Can we please correct that? 246 of you in here. Punch the thumb up button while you're there. You're just sitting there. The little thumb up's just sitting there. Close the live chat. Hit the thumb up. Open the live chat back up. It's real simple. It helps your boy Smitty. 250 eyeballs could help your boy Smitty right now if you wanted to. As for Money Mitch, I want to help him. And do not trade ETN for Higgins and Judy. Who's Judy? Who is Judy even on an NFL team right now? Because I haven't seen him in quite some time, to be honest. Actually, he probably has done better than I think. Didn't he have like 100 yards recently? Jerry Judy. He had a touchdown, that was it. 60 and a touchdown. He's actually done pretty decent the last 2 games. 96 yards on 7 catches, 11 targets in week number 7. Surprisingly, quietly better than I expected. 6 receptions for 63 and 1 TD. It still doesn't move the needle, man. I mean, we're talking about Mr. Unlimited throwing the football to this guy. We're talking about the Denver Broncos. We're talking about inconsistency. We're talking about injury with Jerry Judy. I don't hate him. I'd pick him up if someone dropped him. I'm not saying he's garbage. I'm joking when I say is he even in the league. It's just a matter of Denver Bronco players vanishing from the face of the earth because Mr. Unlimited is the biggest disappointment at the quarterback position we've seen in quite some time. And I believe the Denver Broncos are on the hook for something around like $160 million or something guaranteed. It's got to be right around that amount. Something around there. It's definitely like over 140 or 150, right? Somebody look up the contract. How much is the Denver Bronco organization on the hook for with this Mr. Unlimited Russell Wilson catastrophe of a trade and signing? Yeah, Judy's better than I give him credit. I apologize, Jerry Judy. I was kind of disrespectful there. But still, I'm not doing this trade. I'm telling him no, but just seeing what you think. Yeah, definitely no. Lost Hollywood and Bateman. My wide receivers are Olave, Garrett Wilson. Money Mitch, I'm not doing this trade. But I do believe you have an opportunity to divide and conquer, and you probably should. You probably should. ETN Mixon. Let's see here. So you have ETN, Kamara, Pierce, and Mixon. You could divide up Mixon or Kamara into 2 players. You got really good running backs. Easy decision to not do that and then to divide up your players. Let's take a couple more phone calls and then we'll get back to some super chats. So dial into the show.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial in. Money Mitch, my dude. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Ron, try one more time. Try one more time, Ron. I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good. I'm loving the show so far. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie either. The show loves you back.
There we go.
What can I do for you?
I was just calling in. I got a trade pending right now.
Okay.
And just see, want to see what you want to think of it and all that. If you think my team's gonna actually win for the year, and be brutally honest.
All right, hit me with it.
All right. So, by the way, I did do the trade. I called in last week, and somebody approved me for a trade for Fournette, St. Brown, and A-Rob for Higgins, Pierce, and Gabe Davis. So I sent that one. So this one he sent me, it's actually the same owner. So he wants the Fournette owner. He wants White. So I'd be giving him Najee Harris, London, Rashad White, and he wants Garrett Wilson. And then he'd be giving me. Let me know if I'm going too fast.
Go ahead.
I don't know. He'd be giving me Olave, Gibson, Elijah Mitchell, and Deion Jackson. It's a little bit of a doozy, I know. But.
Yeah, it's like one of those ones where it's like you don't. I mean, I like Olave the most. He's the best player in the trade. But it's also one of those trades where it's like, okay, I mean, Rashad White could be like a big difference maker now. He's not now. He's a stash. We're waiting for him. I mean, he's kind of flex-worthy right now, and he's getting more and more work. But Najee, in that other trade, you got Pierce, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
the way you worded it, I thought you were saying that I advised you to get rid of Pierce, and I was like, you got rid of Higgins and Pierce. I was like, okay, good. So you got the Higgins and.
No, it's mainly for a receiver. I
Attaboy.
am getting a lot out of it. 'Cause
Okay.
I have Pierce, Saquon, and Kenneth Walker. So I'd be trading Najee. I'd be getting now have Higgins and Olave. You know, so I really like Garrett Wilson. I'm trying to get him to do like Pickens or someone else, but I just want Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, here's the bottom line. I would trade Najee Harris away for Olave in a heartbeat. And Ron Navy, you're on the phone right now. Do you agree with that? I know you're a big Steeler fan. Would you take Olave over Najee in a heartbeat?
Yeah.
I know that was tough to say, Ron. Do you need a second?
No, I would. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
So,
he's outperforming Najee.
Yeah. So the question is Garrett Wilson, Rashad White in London a difference maker that makes it to where we're not wanting you to do this trade and you're getting Gibby, Mitchell, and Deion? I'd much rather prefer the London, Rashad White, and Garrett Wilson package over the 3 players you're getting. So, like, I try and hold Garrett Wilson out, but he's mainly doing this for Rashad White, though, right? So you can't take him out. But man,
yeah, I mean, this guy. I mean, he's like, he's past the point of making the playoffs. He's like 1-7 or 7. But,
so what's he care?
But
yeah,
mainly I don't know why, but I guess he just wants Rashad White too. But
yeah, I guess.
I mean, do you think if I did this? Sorry to cut you off, but do you think if I full send with this, like that team, because I have Kyler and then I have Kittle too, do you think that starting roster, be brutally honest, you think that could win?
Well, what's your lineup if you do this?
It would be Kyler, Saquon, Walker, and then Pierce, and then it would be Higgins, Olave, and then Kittle.
Are you the front runner? Probably not. But could you win one game at a?
I'm 6-3. I'm tied for second right now.
Yeah, could you win one game at a time and win the championship? Sure. Yeah, I would not bet hardcore money against a team like that to win, because all you got to do is win one game at a time, and we've seen the best teams get knocked off in the first round if they have a bye week, then they get it happens all the time. Sometimes the team that wins it goes up against one of the weaker opponents in the Super Bowl because somehow that person knocked off the front dog, top dog, So, I mean, yeah, I think that team could do it. You got good running backs. You'd need Kyler to bounce back.
I know, right? I'm hoping Kittle keeps. He's been playing well recently.
Yeah.
So.
All right, bro. Got to let you go. Appreciate you.
All right, my man. Appreciate it.
Later.
Have a good show.
Yeah. Rock out. You're on with Ron Navy. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What's Rock out doing? Rock out?
What? I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, fellas?
Oh, can I get some whiteboard treatment?
Sure. What you got?
Sorry. All right. My quarterback, Kirk Cousins. running back Swift, Kamara, A.J. Brown, Olave, Schultz, A-Rob, Will Herbert, B-Rob, Pacheco, Zay Jones, Dotson, likely, and Warren and Carell Williams.
Okay.
Might be playing. I'm trying to get rid of probably Swift and maybe another player for like a better receiver or a better running back.
Yeah, tough to move any of that though, because you have on your bench you have Herbert, Pacheco, Zay Jones, Schultz. Who else?
Dotson, likely,
Warren, likely. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of
right.
Not a lot of trade. Like, I don't know what you're gonna do. Ron, can you see the screen? What could he do?
Actually, hold on. I lost like
Kamara,
two movements.
Kamara, divide and conquer. That's the only move I see. Swift's not going to be divide and conquer capable. I try and trade Swift for JT straight up and take a home run swing there. Some people will do that. Some people won't. I try and trade Kamara into Pierce or ETN or Walker if the person's sleeping at the wheel and doesn't understand what they have there. Get a St. Brown or someone like that. Then you're in it, man. You make the right divide and conquer with Kamara, and then boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, it might be promo code time in like a week or two. Like the chat saying, you're one move away from not being promo code worthy.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't like your run. Oh.
You don't like your what?
I don't like his running backs at all.
You don't like
Kamara?
Yeah. Lost
Did you pack?
I lost Devontae.
That
You're cutting out, Ron.
I said, could you package like Swift and Kamara and get two different running backs?
That's gonna be hard, a tall order to get 2 for 2 running back wise. I think that's probably happened to everybody like once in their life. Like, I'll give you my 2 running backs for your 2 running backs, but I'm with Ron in wanting to change up the running backs. I like AJB. Odo.
No.
I like AJB and Olave a lot. They're very crafty. And Schultz is doing well, so, like, that's okay. Cousins, I mean, you just got to bank on Cousins just balling out or something. So, like, those are good gambles to take in your situation. Swift for JT, I'd give up anything on the bench they required. Kamara for 2 players, you shouldn't need to give up anything on the bench because you're getting 2 players for your 1. That could include Andrews and, like, a Stevenson for Kamara. You know, something like that. Go to the Andrews owner, go to the St. Brown owner, go to the Stevenson owner, go to the ETN owner, go to the Walker owner, and just see what kind of 2 players you can get for your Kamara.
I tried to get ETN.
Yeah. Can you imagine getting ETN and St. Brown? You could do that. St. Brown's like easy to get. If you use St. Brown as your anchor, go to the St. Brown owner and look at St. Brown and see what running back he has. I bet you anything they'll treat St. Brown similar to like the way people treat Najee. You know, I'll throw him in.
Right.
If you could even like do Kamara for Walker or ETN, and then find out who has Montgomery, and maybe he wants Herbert, and try to get your receiver with Herbert. I don't know.
Yeah, like a Gabe Davis or something.
Yeah.
Do it live.
Yeah.
Maybe the Monty owner also has Najee by chance, and they want Warren and Herbert. And you might want to go to the Najee owner and offer him Warren. See if you can get a wide receiver that way, like Gabe Davis or Pittman. You get a Gabe Davis or Pittman for free, essentially using Warren or Herbert. If the Monty owner or the Najee owner happens to own Pittman or Gabe Davis, if you get that player on top of what I'm talking about, not only will you not get my promo code, you'll be giving out promo codes. Every time you face somebody, you'd be like, here's a promo code. Boom. Go see you later. Here's the promo code Smitty. See you later. In fact, I think when you guys win your playoff games, you should be handing out the promo code. Because you're sending them packing. They need something to do.
Yeah.
I don't think
try those
Warren
ideas out.
The talk out of Pittsburgh is that Canada, Warren hasn't gotten any increased reps at all, and Canada believes Najee's gonna start trending back to where he was. That's the news out of Pittsburgh.
That would be interesting.
Warren holds too much value right now.
Yeah, that's why you gotta get rid of him before it falls.
Yeah.
What else is new, Ron? What's up with you? You got anything?
Yeah, well, you had Say It Brian on, and I like Say It better. That's why I played that little Sam Kennison at the beginning of when, I don't know if you heard it or not, but when he came in and you say it, I'm just thinking of Sam Kennison. Say it!
Oh, yeah.
But that's what I like for his nickname, because every time you can do it, you can say, say it! Anyways, yeah, I actually got, would you start, or would you consider starting, I don't believe I'm saying this. Would you consider starting,
Say it, Ron. Spit it out.
I know. I can't. I forgot his name. That's how Daniel Jones.
Today,
You can start Daniel Jones in this week.
I lost my
over
show.
Kirk Cousins.
He's got a good enough matchup where he could easily outplay Kirk Cousins. But I think because you've got Justin Jefferson catching footballs on the other end of that pitch and catch, I'm going with JJ, which means I'm going with Cousins. But like Danny Dimes could do it. Like Dable is such an exciting coach. He's doing such good things there.
Well, they're playing Houston, so
Yeah.
I'm like thinking, but then again, I always pick the wrong guy, so it seems like.
Well, whoever you think you're going to go with, just pick the other one. Try it out.
I've always liked Kirk Cousins, and I hate to bail on him, but they're playing Buffalo, so I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're playing in Buffalo too, aren't they?
I think so. Let me pull it up. I believe it is in Buffalo. Yeah, it's definitely
So I'm a little confused this week.
Yeah, well, trust your gut. I mean, you're obviously going to... It's in Buffalo, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, I got to get to these super chats. Anything else?
Yeah, one thing, Mariota sucks, and
yeah.
actually, what's his name should be in there? Ritter should be in there. Mariota sucks almost as bad as Arizona's counting votes.
Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome.
Worse than Mitch Trubisky?
Yeah. He like kept throwing. He was trying to throw an interception until he finally completed his task of throwing an interception.
Yeah.
And then he throw him to the ground and he still tries to throw the ball up. I mean, it's not like he's a rookie quarterback. He's been in the league for several years. I mean, just the way he played was just, they need to put in, Mariota is garbage. Just plain garbage.
Agreed.
All you can do is scramble a little bit.
Get Kyle Pitts more volume. Yeah, get Kyle Pitts more volume. All right, gentlemen, I'll see you later. Call back if you have another question after I get through the super chats. Later.
All right, see ya.
All right, I got to take the phone line off because I need to plow through these super chats. Let's go with Zach's super chat. 12-man, full PPR. I'm 5-4, rolling with Tua, Herbert, CMC, Swift, ETN, Rashad White, Judy, Amari Cooper, Joshua Palmer, Schultz. Any advice? 5-4, Tua, Herbert. Is this super flex? He doesn't say. So I assume you're starting Herbert. CMC, Swift, ETN. I mean, those are really good running backs, bro. Judy, Amari. I definitely would try and trade Swift. I would roll with CMC and ETN, and I'd trade Swift for a Hopkins, trade Swift for Evans, trade Swift maybe even for a CeeDee Lamb. I'd probably try and get a wide receiver in there in that mix. Past that, I mean, it's good enough to roll with. I mean, the RBs are good enough with Tua. And then I believe you're going to get decent production out of Amari. And Palmer's not a bad wide receiver 3. I don't mind this team. I just think I probably would consider trading Swift for a wide receiver. You could also try and trade Swift for a Stevenson and a wide receiver. You know, like a Saint. Go to the St. Brown owner using Swift and see what you can get in addition to St. Brown. St. Brown and Stevenson. St. Brown and maybe Cordero Patterson. Cordero Patterson might be a good go-get for you at this moment, given he dropped a dud. So I would maybe go after that and see what you can do. Need a running back. Should I upgrade Jamal Williams using AJB or Olave? Yeah, I probably would. Can you get a Walker ETN? Using AJB and Jamal. If you can, I would probably do that. If you can't, then I would probably try and trade maybe Olave, which is going to be hard because I don't know if anybody values him like we do. So I'll probably say Stevenson and Olave would be a good match. Cordero Patterson's going to be pretty cheap right now. I like the idea of using Jamal and something, but I don't know that I want to use Olave. I don't know if you've got anything else surfing that you can throw in with Jamal to get Cordero. You could also go to the Swift owner and try and trade Jamal to the Swift owner, or try and get Swift from them. ETN, Stevenson, CMC, Chase, Hill. Should you trade? I like your team. No. Those are all players I want to own right now, so I'm not feeling, it's not like a Fournette or a Camaro where I'm like, I'd be tempted to maybe trade out of that. These are guys I'm acquiring. So I'm going to say hold. Hold, I like it. That looks like a winning formula potentially right there. Team is Burrow, Fields, and thank you for the super chat. Team is Burrow, Fields, Eckler, Pierce, AJ Brown, Adams, Higgins, Pitts. I like this team. Foreman, I sell high on Foreman. Off this game, we've seen the offense be inconsistent. He could have very well not had a great game if they weren't able to run the ball tonight, because he could be game scripted out like that. I would trade Foreman on the high. Foreman and Higgins for a much better wide receiver than Higgins. Foreman and Pitts for Andrews. Those are the two best deals I can think of for you. DJ, do I give Josh Allen and Ayuk for Dak and Jamar? Josh Allen and Ayuk for Dak and Jamar. What's the chat think here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Josh Allen and Ayuk for Dak and Jamar. I'm probably going to lean. I'm not 60 for another 6 years, says Ron Navy. Yes, 100% says Wyatt. Keep Josh Chase side, Jamar Chase side. My bad, Ron. That's tough. Keep Allen. Chase, what's your record? Lamar side. Allen, not going to lie. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things depend here. DJ says he's 6-3. Have an easy win this week. This is tough because, I mean, without knowing the rest of your team, and I mean, I got to move on from this, but I would say you got injury risk with both of these guys, right? Josh Allen could be out this week. Jamar's out this week, so you're going to likely be without both of them this week anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then it comes down to, will Dak be starting for you? If he's starting for you, it's a little rough given how good Allen is. Jamar may or may not come back after this week 10 bye. Maybe he's rusty. Maybe he needs another week. Maybe he comes out, tweaks it, and is done for the year. I'm going to lean Josh Allen. I feel like the likelihood of him being healthy coming out of this week is better than Jamar, but I do think both of them could be healthy. I'm not like down on either one of them, but just lean a little bit on the Josh Allen side. 8-man standard. Thank you for the super chat. Question is trying to upgrade my Kittle to Kelsey or Andrews. Owner is looking for running backs, Eckler, Etienne, Walker, Pollard. I'm not trading any of your 3 starters. Burrow, Tua. If it's a 1 QB league, I'm trading one of Burrow or Tua. But it's an 8-man league, so maybe nobody needs quarterbacks. JJ, Olave, Debo, Keenan Allen. Would it be worth it to move anyone? With your running backs, Etienne, Eckler, and Walker, I'm standing still. I would trade Pollard, and I would trade Debo or Olave for Andrews. And with Olave, you might have to give up Olave and also Hunt or Pollard, which I would do. And I'd trade Debo for Andrews. I don't think you're getting Kelsey. Appreciate your super chat. $10 holler.
To the moon.
But pretty easy stuff there, I think. $20 holler from Kevin. Kevin dropping a wad. Kevin.
Let's go, mashed potatoes!
Kevin, my dude. 5-4 record. QB Burrow, Geno, running back CMC, Cook, Stevenson, Sanders, AJ Brown, Lamb, Godwin, Kelsey. Great team. Trade ideas. Play best team in the league this week. Need a W. CMC, Cook, and Stevenson is really good. Sanders. I'm trading Sanders and Godwin for one monster, bro, to set right next to AJB and ahead of Lamb. Make Lamb your third wide receiver. Godwin and Sanders for Adams. Godwin and Sanders for, I would say Jamar Chase if you were like 7 wins or something. Godwin and Sanders for just go from the top down until you get to a place where you're like, it's not worth it. And then you could even go RB here, I assume. Go Godwin and Cook for a top 5 running back. I'd attack both of those ideas, Kevin. And Kevin, did Kevin have Kelsey? Yeah, Kelsey, you're good. Very good team. I don't even think you need to do that, but if you landed it, you'd be even better. Trade Sutton for Montgomery. I would rather have Monty, but barely. Jim, the drunk, would you rather do 4 years in the pen starting tomorrow or never play fantasy football again? It depends on the day, bro. It depends on the day. There's some days where bye-bye fantasy football, bro. And there's other days like when JT's practicing 2 days in a row. Let me see from the little TV up in the little cage. It just depends. Castro with a $20 holler. Appreciate you. Hey, Smitty, I'm 6-3. 16-man league. 16-man league. Brady, Goff, C-Pat, Pollard, Herbert. Cup, Smith. Okay, this is tough because 16-man league, it's hard to make moves. You got Andrews, too. That's really good. Trying to trade for Amon-Ra, St. Brown, or Pickens. I would definitely try and take Amon-Ra off the owner that probably doesn't know what he has. Everybody loves Odell right now. Throw him into a deal somehow. You can't get rid of C-Pat. You can't get rid of Pollard. Cup is amazing. Andrews, you got a really crafty team considering, it's Superflex and 16-man. People don't appreciate how hard it is to build a team. You got a lot of decent talent in this situation. I don't know what you could do, though. Like, maybe trade your backup tight end in Odell. Maybe trade your backup tight end in Boyd. Your backup tight end in Herbert. I'm kind of banking on Rachaad White helping you later, so I try and hold on that. I like Pittman and Gabe Davis as well for those deals. That's kind of where I'd take your team. Goff and maybe one of those players for a tiny upgrade at QB if you don't get those other things done. Past that, you don't have a lot of ability to maneuver. But I do like your squad a lot, and those deals would help you if you could get those done. Appreciate your super chat, my guy. Giving up Walker, Palmer, Aaron Rodgers for Burrow, T. Higgins, and Fournette. Walker, Palmer, Aaron Rodgers, Burrow, Higgins, Fournette. Give me the... Give me the Walker side. I figure something else out. I can't trade Walker in that deal. I figure something else out. $10 hauler.
To the moon.
I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you on that. Giving up Walker, Palmer, Rodgers. I'd give up something else with Rodgers to try and get Burrow, or Palmer and something else to get Higgins. Fournette, I don't want. Walker's the best player in the deal. Burrow and Higgins are arguably, at least equal to, to that side of, Rodgers and Walker. And I like Rodgers and Walker a little bit better in some ways. And then it comes down to like Palmer versus Fournette. Fournette's got more trade value and fair market value, but it doesn't mean he'll hold it. So I'm not like interested in being the one that's got to then deal him before, the bottom falls out. 8-man standard. Main question is try to upgrade from Kittle to Kelsey Andrews. Both owners looking for running backs Eckler and Etienne, Walker, Pollard, Hunt, Burrow, Tua, JJ Olave, Debo, Keenan Allen would be worth it to move anyone. I think I already answered this one. Thank you again, Dylan. Appreciate you. Am I caught up on the supers? I think I am. Nice. Phone lines are back open. If I missed a super chat, please tell me. Phone lines are open. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Pick 2, Hines, Sutton, Pickens, Mooney. Give me Mooney. And I what's Hines looking like right now? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
Hello, Smitty.
What's up?
Hey, so I was just wondering, is there a package I can make for Eckler? Because the guy that has Eckler is 1-8. He's pretty much out of the playoffs. Of course, he's still going to want a team and be competitive, but do you think I can maybe ask you some things to, I guess, make a package? Because he has Geno as his quarterback, so he's set there. But everywhere else, he's already no wide receivers, no RB2, no tight end. So, of course, Eckler's the RB1. But do you think pieces like maybe Higgins and like a Swift are worth Eckler?
I think someone might do it. I mean, I'd rather have Eckler, but it doesn't mean that Swift and Higgins can't get that done and you catch somebody sleeping. And it's arguable. You could argue it.
Higgins, I guess. Higgins, like an Everett then maybe? Do you think that's a manageable one for Eckler?
Which one? Higgins and what?
Higgins, Swift, and Everett.
I mean, I would take the Eckler side, but what I'm saying is I think it's something that wouldn't necessarily be vetoed. People might want to, and it shouldn't be vetoed. But it's something I think I would be proud of you for doing. Get Eckler, But could Swift bounce back to a top 5 to 10 running back and Higgins play like a top 11 to 14 wide receiver, and that side actually be darn good, and Eckler just be me. Like, anything can happen. But I would take a chance on the Eckler side.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem I'm like scared of, is I don't want to give away those pieces necessarily, because as soon as you trade them, they're going to bounce back and drop.
Well,
you to 30.
they could, but like this guy's had opportunity. What's he doing with it? Chase is already on his way back.
I offered him. Yeah, I offered him huge packages earlier. And he never took them, and then he just kept losing. So
I mean, Chase is already on his way back. We've been waiting for him to do the solo dance by himself, and he hasn't done it. And now they have a bye week, and Chase could be back. This guy's had all season to try and get on the field, and then we hear things. I'm sure we could see it on Sunday where we're like, okay, he's going to get more work. They said he's going to get more work. Watch him get like 5 carries, and then they come out and say, yeah, we're easing him slowly back into it. We'll maybe give him more work next week, and we're getting double talk. I mean, we don't know. I mean, Eckler is top 5. Yeah. Like, you just got to take it. If he does it, smash.
Okay. Yeah, because the only other thing, too, this is added, too. This is that Burrow-Higgins stack I had.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was wondering, too.
This is Attaboy?
Yeah.
All right, let me add you into the system here, Attaboy. Atta. Okay, you're in here. Yeah. All right. What else you got? Anything else? I got another caller on the phone. I'll jump to him if you're good.
The only other one is some guy wanted in another league DK for Evans and another running back. Like, who do you have rest of the season, Evans or DK?
Evans.
Okay.
So already I like that. You're gonna get something else. I'm gonna like it more.
Yeah. Okay. I think DK was a keeper, but I wasn't gonna keep him anyways because I had Walker and Pierce.
Yeah. All right, Ada. Appreciate you, man. Call back if you have another one. I'll be here. Yeah.
I will. Have a good one.
You too. All right, you're next. Who am I talking to? You're live.
Yo, it's Mitty. What's up? It's Nicholas.
Nicholas, what can I do for you?
So I just traded Kamara and Ertz for Sanders and Pierce, and I know it was like a little lopsided, but I already had like 3 tight ends. I picked up Likely and Dulcich or whatever the Broncos tight end is. So now I have Josh Allen, Sanders, Pierce, Diggs, AJ, and then Christian Kirk. So I was wondering if, or what were you going to say?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering, how do you feel about Sanders, like, rest of the season? Like, is he a decent RB2? I was thinking about, like, putting him and Kirk together and trying to find an upgrade, but I've shopped them around and no one really.
That's because no one trusts him, bro. No one trusts him. He didn't trust himself going into the season. Like, I know he's doing well, but like Fournette was doing well too, and now look at Fournette. Like, we know Sanders has that capability of doing what Fournette did, getting everybody all riled up and excited, and then being nothing when it comes down to the mid-range on part of the season where it's like, and maybe Fournette bounces back a little too. Like, you got to prepare for that. But my point being that Sanders, as good as he was playing, we all knew, like, are you dancing with borrowed time here? And so I don't think he's very, like, you need to go across position to wide receiver or go get Andrews, assuming you could use him.
Yeah, I've tried. The Andrews owner doesn't look at his fantasy at all.
That's awesome.
And then the ETN owner has Adams, and I was trying to shop around like Diggs and someone for both of them, but I'm not sure he wants to. He's open about trading, but I don't know what packages I could put together that wouldn't harm me too much for ETN.
Yeah, hold on a second, Lateral Nicholas. We're calling you Lateral Nicholas. Hold on. We're gonna take a time machine. We're in Roy's room right now. Roy, psst, Roy, Leonard Fournette's gonna suck by mid-season, Roy. Trade him, Roy. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just wondering, like, what realistic like packages could I put together for ETN? Do you have them like that? Like, obviously he's above Pierce, but like, how much above? Like, how much could I give up with Pierce maybe for ETN?
How much with Pierce? I'd give up Kirk or Sanders with Pierce for ETN, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could try that. I think AJ, like what
Thanks, Vamp.
What value do you think he has like in there? I tried to say
AJ who?
Swap, but he wasn't.
AJ who?
AJ Brown.
I don't. I mean, you're gonna have to give me more. This is real vague. I wish I could. You're gonna have to cook up some ideas for me. Like, would I try and get rid of AJ? You have AJ Brown?
Yeah, AJ
Okay.
Brown and Diggs.
So
Josh Allen.
yeah, would I trade AJ Brown and Kirk or AJ Brown and Sanders for a Chubb? Absolutely. Would I trade them for a Kenneth Walker, ETN, AJ Brown and Sanders? Maybe Walker, probably ETN. I'd try and get something back, but like those are tempting things to do. Sanders, I feel like, is on borrowed time. I don't think he finishes the year the way he is. I think you trade him on the high. Pierce I like a lot, but he's more capable of being game scripted out at any moment in time if the team gets down. I'm not saying they can't throw to him. I'm not saying he can't rip off a long run, but he's very much more capable of having a dud week than ETN and Walker, in my opinion. And you could say the same thing about Walker right now, but I think Walker is being used more in the passing game, and that will continue. He caught 3 passes last week for, I think, 20 yards, and he had another big catch called back on a penalty, I think. So he would have had 4 catches for like 30 or 35 yards. Like he's going to be one of the better pass catchers in the NFL at the running back position. I don't care what anybody says. They can come in here with all their, "You didn't get used in college, wah. Like, see me in a year and a half. So, I don't know, bro. Come back with some offers, and then we'll kick them around. Okay?
All right, yeah, sounds good.
All right. Got to move on. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Next caller. What can I do for you?
Hey, what's up, Smitty? This is Anthony Lara.
Anthony, what's up?
Hey, I had a question. I wanted to read off my team to you real quick. Let me know what you think. It's a 10 team.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'll go quick. I got Brady and Watson. I got Jefferson, Waddle, Aaron Jones, Najee, Freiermuth, and then I'll just redraw some of my bench players. I got Hollins, Sutton, Algier.
Okay, hold on a second. You got Watson and Brady, and are you doing 1 QB? Is this a 1 QB?
Yeah, this is 1 QB.
JJ Waddle, Aaron Jones, Najee, and then what?
Najee, I got Freiermuth at tight end.
Okay.
And then I got Sutton, Hollins, Algier, Kenyon Drake, and then I have Kyron Williams and Eli Mitchell dashed on IR. So I guess my question is, what do you think about the team? Do you think I can upgrade it anyway? I know I'm lacking at RB2. Should I keep my team as it is, or what are your thoughts?
Well, I got bad news for you. I'm showing the promo code on the screen. Doesn't mean we can't try to recover from this, my guy. But you're going to need to do some work. You're going to need some miracles going on. I mean, like I said, you walk into the best surgeon in the world and your arm's hanging on by not even nerves or ligaments. It's like skin. There's like so much I can do here. But I'm sure you lost somebody, right? Javonte or Brees or maybe not.
I didn't. I actually just had my original running backs were Jones.
Yeah,
I drafted Mitchell.
You know what? You know what? Looking at this team, I could see that. Like Najee, first rounder, Aaron Jones, second rounder. And you had JJ. So clearly, you actually did good coming out of the draft. I'm sure most people would have agreed with that coming out of the draft. So actually, looking at it, you didn't do anything wrong. You just happen to have your two RBs completely, drop off the face of the earth. Like these guys are busting harder than running backs have busted before in a long, long time. And it's like, what are you supposed to do here? You got to divide and conquer, but if you don't do it just right, bro, you need 2 trades. You don't even need 1. You need 2 surgeries here. You're coming to your doctor. You're saying, doctor, I would love to run again. And I'm like, bro, you got to bring me I don't even know where your legs are. You know what I mean? Like I got to have those to put them back on, and we got to figure out how to get you going again, bro. But I need to be able to work with something here. You need 2 trades. You need to trade Najee away and get some sort of like Stevenson or St. Brown and something. Like you need to get lucky that someone's sleeping at the wheel. You need to get a Andrews for Najee Harris, or you bank on Najee bouncing back like Ron Navy said. It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah. I had a trade off. I had a trade offer for JJ. Someone offered me Olave and Mahomes for JJ. So I don't know if that'd be a possibility. That probably
Olave,
help my team.
Olave and Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
I like that.
They'd be an upgrade at quarterback, and then I'd be getting Olave and pair him with Waddle. And then I just have to figure out my running back situation. So
I do kind of like that for you a little bit, because like you need to do something. And that, I mean, Mahomes can carry you. He can almost carry you single-handedly, and I think if you were to pull off one more maneuver, bro, you could be back at it. So, like, let's say you were to trade. Who's your backup? Who are your backup running backs?
Backup running backs right now, I have Dylan, Kenyon Drake. I have Algier.
Wide receivers?
Yeah, Algier, and then I have Kyron Williams and Eli Mitchell on IR right now. So.
Okay. Who are your receivers? Backups?
Backup receivers, I just have I have Sutton. I have Hollins on the Raiders, and then I have Peoples Jones, and that's it.
You're wasting my marker, bro. You're wasting my marker, bro. These markers only go so far. I'm writing names like Hollins down, and you're not giving me a warning. Like, Smitty, don't write these next names down. You're gonna ruin your marker. I'm just kidding. You're being a good sport, by the way. I would say, like, I like the Dylan and Jones combo, because if one goes down, maybe it's okay.
Yeah, so right now I'm sitting. It's a 10-team league. I'm sitting in tied for third. I'm 5-4 right now. So first place is only 6-3. So it's pretty close. So I mean, I don't know if I could probably pull off one trade and be in the mix, or.
Yeah, I do that trade, and then I was kidding about Hollins. Hollins is looking all right with the injuries to the Raiders. Okay, so Najee. I don't know. Maybe you just let it. You said you can't get for Aaron Jones, or not Aaron Jones. Mark Andrews.
I haven't tried for Mark Andrews.
Okay, try this.
I just don't
bro.
know what I'd be able to pay for him.
Try this. Najee for Mark Andrews, and then you're gonna have to go a little rogue at your running back too. But I feel like that would be good if you could get. And then you can maybe trade Muth and Brady. I don't know if anybody needs a quarterback. Like if you could trade like Muth and Brady for like a St. Brown or Gabe Davis or Pittman, wonderful. So like if you could get Andrews, like I'm just looking at Andrews, like these would be very good options. You'd have Waddle, you'd have Mahomes, you'd have Andrews, you'd have a real shot at pulling off a win any given day.
You think that Mahomes? Yeah, go ahead.
I just think that's your best bet. That's your only shot at getting out of the promo code, bro. Do the Mahomes deal now. Do that now so you can get it off. Is it on the table?
For Mahomes and Olave?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the table.
Okay, go get that done and get it out of the way. I like JJ a lot, but that gives you some firepower. Does anybody in the chat disagree? JJ for Mahomes and Olave, he's got to do that. He's got to do that. Look, his team looks better having Mahomes in there. I mean, JJ Brady, I guess is I don't know. Does he do that or no? Does anybody think you should try and get something different? Maybe you should try. Maybe before you do that. I don't hate it if you do it. I don't mind it, but maybe you should try and get like an ETN and or a Walker with a St. Brown, or go to the St. Brown owner, see what running back they are. Try and get 2 players for JJ first that I like, that are either ETN, Walker, or go to the St. Brown owner, see if he's got one of those. Stevenson and Hopkins, like something like that. It's got to be 2 very, very good players though. Past that, I like the Mahomes Olave deal. Everyone in the chat saying doing the Mahomes deal. Okay. Yeah, if it's on the table, do it.
The same guy that has Mahomes and Olave, he also has ETN. So I don't know if I could pull off if I don't take Mahomes, if I keep Brady and somehow try to work a trade for Olave and ETN. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know he wouldn't take JJ alone.
Do the Mahomes deal before it gets pulled, bro.
Okay.
All right, later. And come back when you got some more to work. Yeah, come back when you have more to work with. All right. I mean, that's a tough one. He could recover, maybe. This right here, pick 2, Hines. I didn't answer the Sick Nasty. You still here? I apologize for keeping this on screen so long. I started to answer it. Pick 2, Hines. Hines isn't getting enough work yet. We need to see him get volume before I trust him. I'm probably going Mooney and Sutton, and I hate going Sutton. Make sure Sutton's good to go, though. That's a tough one. Ron Navy says, how far is the stadium from your house? The Cardinal Stadium? Probably about 35 minutes away, I would say. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
What's going on, Smith? It's Cody. How you doing?
What's up, man?
Doing good. I'm just calling you to ask about my lineup. Any suggestions I should make?
Okay.
Any suggestions you have on? All right. So the quarterback, I have Lamar. Running back, I have bought low on Jonathan Taylor. I have Damian Pierce, Devontae Adams, Wandale Robinson, and Waddle. On the bench, I have Jamal Williams, Kadarius Toney, and Ramondre Stevenson on his bye.
Okay, so you have JT, Pierce, Adams, Waddle, Wandale, Stevenson, Jamal. Who's your tight end?
Yes.
Who's your tight end?
Kelsey, I'm sorry.
Okay, you left that one out.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one. That's a big one there. Okay, I like the team, bro. There's not a thing I would even recommend doing.
Honestly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Steve.
I was thinking about if
I don't think you need to divide. I don't think you need to divide and conquer. I mean, JT and Pierce are really, really good. You're banking. I don't know if you got like me in the background, but it's like a major echo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got you through my AirPods.
Oh, really? Strange. Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. JT Pierce. I mean, yeah, you got a strong team. Like, would I be tempted to try and trade like Stevenson and Wandale for like Hopkins? You know, I would probably take a stab at that. Debo would be interesting, but I do worry about him, so I don't know how much I truly feel comfortable with that. But
it's just I feel like if I have an injury at receiver, I'm going to be really in a really tough situation because I'm going to have to rely on Wandale.
Yeah, but if you have a running injury at running back, what are you going to do? I mean,
I think I'm with JT, Pierce, and Stevenson. You don't think I'll be able to bounce back with that, and Jamal Williams?
Yeah, but if you get rid of Stevenson, what you're saying is there anything you should do? And I'm saying if you trade Stevenson for a wide receiver, then you left.
Oh, okay.
It's like you're creating one hole in the boat to fill another hole, and you're just moving the hole around on the boat, but it's the same size hole. I would trade Jamal and Stevenson and Wandale for one bigger, better player. Whether it probably have to be a wide receiver, right? Because you can't start another running back. You're starting JT Pierce, and
the Diggs owner said he was interested in Stevenson, and he also has T. Higgins, and he was interested in some form of package with JT with Higgins.
I don't want to give up Stevenson and JT for Higgins and Diggs.
Oh no, not them together, but separately. Either Stevenson with some type of package with Diggs, or some type of package with JT.
Yeah, I'd love to get Diggs, but I don't want to give up. Would I take Diggs over JT straight up? Sure. Would I trade Stevenson and Waddle for Diggs? I don't know if I would. I'd rather have the two players. But you never know. You never know. What if Stevenson gets half the work moving forward or something? We don't really fully know. I don't think he will. I think he looks money right now, but we just Bill Belichick's capable of anything. But I definitely feel like your team's good, bro. I'd be tempted to trade Stevenson and Wandale for one slightly better player. Past that, I'm just kind of letting it ride. Jamal and Stevenson together to a really running back needy team. Maybe you get someone like Diggs or slightly below him. You could always explore those. But that's it. That's all I'm doing. Stevenson and JT for CMC, sure. But past that, I think.
One final question for you. Mm-hmm. Who do you value more, T. Higgins or JT for the rest of the season?
JT. I like Higgins, but JT's practicing tomorrow will be his third straight practice. It's a risk, but I'm gonna enjoy that risk. It's one that could not work out, but I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. It's a good gamble to take that JT has a better go forward, experience here. It might not work out, but I would take it. I would take the risk. Look, Higgins hasn't blown the top off since Chase has been gone, so I'm not. I like him, but I like JT more.
Understandable. Thank you.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Later. All right, I got 2 super chats here. Ron Navy. Thank you, Ron Navy. Ron Navy with a $20 heart. All right, this one right here. Team is Fields, Dak, CMC. Fields, Dak, CMC, Saquon, Swift. Good running backs. Fields, good quarterback now. Diggs, A.J. Brown. This is rich person's problems right here. This is crazy. Wait on Swift or sell for a Michael Carter. Sell for a Michael Carter. No. Or Gibson. No. Eric, absolutely not. No. Michael Carter, Gibson don't come close to DeAndre Swift value-wise. If you want to trade DeAndre Swift, go after a wide receiver or Stevenson or something. Stevenson would be selling low on Swift because of the upside, but he'd be worth getting, in my opinion. I'd rather have the safer Stevenson. I'd take Hopkins in a heartbeat. You could get Hopkins for Swift. Not everybody would do it, but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a Debo, a Mark Andrews, bro. You're Swift, Schultz. I'd take Mark Andrews in a heartbeat for Swift in your scenario, and you are so deep at wide receiver and at running back, that would make your team dangerous, Eric. Go trade Swift for Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews' owner probably struggling at running back because everybody is. Smitty, I'm tasking you to go to Pat Tillman's statue tomorrow and do a salute to Vet's video there and post it. If I can, what's tomorrow, Friday? It's gonna be hard tomorrow with my schedule, and then the way that it's gonna line up with traffic, I wouldn't be able to get back in time. Probably, but I will try and do it soon, Ron Navy. It might be delayed. It might be a delayed salute. But I will do my best, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get there. And then traffic's so horrendous, it would take me an hour and a half to get back by the time the time of the day where I could go down there, and I'd miss our show, our 7 p.m. show. Because 7 p.m. is 5 p.m. for me. So given the schedule I have for tomorrow. But maybe on a weekend I can run down there. I do need to do some guerrilla marketing anyway. So maybe I'll go down there during a game, and do my live stream, my morning live stream in the game. Let's get rid of this person. Okay, thank you, Ron Navy, for the super chat. I will take care of this. We'll get this done. I just don't know if it will be tomorrow, but we'll figure it out. We'll do it live, Ron. Thought maybe you were coming down here, going to the stadium or something. Took your advice, package Mixon and C. Patterson for Walker. Look, after tonight, I mean, Mixon's arguable for Walker, like you could, but I mean, I like this deal. I think he gave up a good amount. The other guy didn't get robbed. He got blessed, if he needed 2 RBs, so I could get behind either side of this trade. But I ultimately do like Walker more. Rod Shaft dropping a $20 wad on the screen. Rod. Thank you, Rod. 12-team PPR. QB Hurts, Fields. I don't see a super flex here, so I'm assuming it's 1 QB, so you got some firepower to trade Fields. We'll remember that. We'll come back to that. Walker, ETN, Stevenson, JT, Pierce, fire. I imagine you can only start 3 of those guys. If I'm wrong, let me know. Maybe you tell me that. Tyreek, Pittman, Sutton, Palmer, Rondell. Your weakness, even though I like Pittman as your 3rd wide receiver, your weakness so far with your plethora of running backs and excess quarterback production, we're going after this spot right here in a second. Tight end, Dulcich, we're going to go after that, go after Andrews. Too many favorable trades and being forced to pay a premium. 4th and final, Walker for Kelsey. I'd rather have Walker, but I mean, I would prefer you trade like JT for Kelsey. I want you holding on to Walker and ETN. It's too exciting. Kelsey, if you push came to shove with the running backs you have, ultimately is your lineup going up by making this trade? Probably. I just hate you doing it. I hate you doing it. I wish there's another move. Shaft is the giver of the... Yeah, Shaft gave out the 10 YouTube exclusive memberships earlier. So Shaft to the moon. Send Shaft to the moon.
To the moon.
I don't think I could give up Walker for Kelsey. It's not the worst move in the world for your team, though. Your team is stacked. 12-team league? Bro, can't you go to a QB-needy team and offer Fields? Can't we get Andrews using Fields and Greg? Can't we use Greg and Fields together to upgrade Greg and get ourselves an Andrews? Isn't that doable? If it's not doable, can't we give JT for Kelsey? Can't we give Pierce and Sutton? Like, do we have to do this? Does anybody disagree? Should he just take Kelsey because his team is loaded? I know, Smitty, no one is moving on wide receivers. I've been trying for weeks. It's 3 wide receiver, 2 running back, 1 flex. Shaft to the moon. Foreman, 31 carries, 130 yards. Smitty, that's right. Joe, that's right. Where's the exclusive link status? Here, let me paste that exclusive membership link. YouTube exclusive membership. You guys want to join? Do it live. If you want me to answer your question on Sunday mornings, I'm only answering, even though anybody can watch the video, anybody can comment, I'm only answering those of you that have green names on Sunday morning as a way of saying thanks. We're gonna swing this like a baseball bat in here. Probably not a good idea. A lot of monitors. A lot of monitors in this mug. A lot of monitors in here to be swinging around this bad boy. Okay, so Rod, I don't know what we're doing with Rod. What are we doing with Rod here? Can we get a little help? Get Kelsey if JT, if not... Get Kelsey for JT if not Walker. We're trying that. Rod Shaft dropping another 10. Dropping another 10. Rod Shaft dropping another 10 spot, or another 10 YouTube exclusive memberships. Rod, appreciate you. Look at that. Mealy got one. Cody got one. Brett got one. Smoking Joe got one. Call Saul got one. Joseph got one. Franny got one. They're giving out at random. Scotty Hale got one. Jimmy Robinson, Mr. TD. You guys are all welcome to come back and ask questions on Sunday morning. That'd be a fire gaming setup. It is. It already is, bro. It already is a fire gaming setup. Let's do it live. What are we doing here? Okay, last question for Rod Shaft. Is he getting Kelsey? Does he get Kelsey? Kelsey for Walker. He's trying to tell you that there's no way anybody's doing anything else. It's either Kelsey for Walker or he rides into the season with the team that I put on the screen right here. This is his team right here. Okay? Walker, Etienne, Stevenson, JT, Dameon Pierce. Can only start 3 of them. Does he get rid of Walker for Kelsey? I think you probably do it, bro. Otherwise, you're losing points in your lineup. I hate to do it, but yeah, go ahead and do it. Try and get something more though, out of principle. Unbelievable. I hate telling you to do that. It's not the greatest trade in the world, but it's certainly great for your lineup. I think I made this is a $10 hauler, by the way. To the moon. $10 to the moon. This message is from Taurus. I think I may have won my league, Smitty. Traded Juju, Pierce, and Kittle for Etienne, Amon-Ra, and Godwin.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Got him.
That's pretty good. Traded Juju, Pierce, and Kittle for Etienne, Amon-Ra, and Godwin. I think it's really good. Already had Barkley, CMC, Mondre. Very solid job, my guy. Taurus, thank you. All right, I hear myself in the background. If you could turn me down, that'd be great. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
Hey, it's Matey.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
For Smitty, press 1.
1.
You've pressed 2.
Can you hear him? Can you hear me or not?
Smitty can hear you. What's up, bro? We're here. We're here for you.
Can you hear me, man?
Yes, we can hear you just fine. What can we do? What can we do for you?
I was wondering if you could whiteboard me.
You want to be white? Okay, let's go. Let's do it. All right, hit me with it.
All right. Okay, I got Gino. I've got Alvin Kamara. I've got Kenny Walker.
Gino, Alvin Kamara, Walker.
A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, Dulcich. And then I've got two. This league's got 2 flex positions, and I've got Damian Pierce, and typically I have Mixon in there, but he's on a bye this week.
All right.
And then I've got Josh Palmer, Kyle Pitts, Brandon Cooks. Then I'm stashing Deshaun Watson. Then I'm also stashing OBJ. And then I've got Terrence Marshall. And I've got the Jets.
All right, we're good. We're good, bro. We're good, bro.
Okay.
All right, what else? What can I do for you here?
Well, I mean, I've got 4 good running backs, but at the same time, I've got you know, the 2 flex positions, so I could literally play all 4 of them every week. But I don't know. I mean, I've got A.J. Brown and Evans, but I don't know. I was wondering if you thought maybe, like, should I go from Mixon and Evans to upgrade to like Tyreek or something like that?
I don't know that I would trade Mixon and Evans for Tyreek. I think I'd maybe trade. I mean, Mixon's right now after that monster game, bro. You can't get more for Mixon. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm. Well, yeah, I guess.
You know, you're selling him as if he didn't just do what he just did. I would like to see you get a.
I was thinking of selling him on the high, but yeah.
I would like to see you get a quarterback upgrade with the Mixon trade. You know, go after Hurts, go after Mahomes, go after Josh Allen injured, go after a top 4 quarterback and give Mixon up and try and get like a St. Brown back for your flex spot. Try and get somebody solid to put right back in. You give me Josh Allen and St. Brown, or you give me Mahomes and St. Brown over Geno and Mixon all day long. Throw in B. Cooks. Throw him in. True. Palmer. Throw him in. Pitts. Throw him in. Give them all 3.
All right.
That's what I'm doing. I'm working on that quarterback spot. Does anybody have 2 quarterbacks, bro?
Okay. Oh, I'm stashing. Shit, what's his name?
Watson.
Watson.
Yeah,
Watson.
All right, bro.
But that's it. That's all I got.
All right, man.
And I did make the rounds trying to get the Josh Allens, the Mahomes, and nobody seemed interested. But
all right, bro.
And unfortunately, this league does not trade as much as I would like them to trade. But yeah.
All right, bro. Well, my advice to you is to let's see. Yeah, try and get a QB. If you can't get a QB, who's your tight end again?
Dulcich and
What about Mark Andrews? What about Mark Andrews?
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea to go for him.
Yeah, what about Mark Andrews? Go get Mark Andrews. Mixon for Andrews and St. Brown. Who's the Andrews owner have at wide receiver and running back?
Let me check. He's pretty desperate. He's got Drake London, Curtis Samuel, and then a lot of trash on the bench. Kadarius Toney. Yeah, he might be really wanting I guess he does have Gabe Davis in one of the flex positions, and then Paris Campbell, who's not really that good either. But yeah, his RB right now, his wide receiver one is Gabe Davis, really.
All right, bro. You need more than Mixon. You need more for Mixon, though. You can't do. Who's his quarterback?
Jalen Hurts.
Go get Hurts and Andrews for Mixon and Dulcich and Geno Smith. Boom. Championship.
All right.
All right. Come
very
back
much.
and let me know when it's done. All right, later.
All right, thanks. Bye.
You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, man?
Hey, this is Jonathan calling. I'm trying to see if you can help me with my team.
All right.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm going to do it on my head this time. Go ahead.
All right. So, for this team, I got... Sorry, I had to mute you. All right, for this team, I got Lamar Jackson, Chris Olave, Gabe Davis, Derrick Henry, Khalil Herbert, Kenneth Walker, Taysom Hill, ETN.
What are we doing? Why are we listing everything out of order here? I'm trying to. This is like your waiter or waitress trying to memorize your order, and you're like, this is kind of like if you were to go to
at it in a weird format.
if you were to go to your waiter and you're like, okay, I'll get the number 2 with scrambled eggs and bacon. I'll take the number 7
That sounds good to me
with
so far.
yeah, it does sound good, doesn't it? I'll take the number 7 with hash browns, but on the number 2, I want no butter on the toast, and then on the number 8, I want to have let's do it all in order. So your number 1 quarterback is who?
All right, here we go. I got Lamar Jackson.
Okay, Lamar, good.
I got Chris Olave.
Okay.
Gabe Davis.
Okay.
Derrick Henry. ETN.
There you go.
Taysom Hill.
There you go.
Kenneth Walker. Jamar Chase.
Okay, you're
Jeff
flexing.
Wilson Jr.
Okay.
Garrett Wilson. And OBJ.
You got a good team.
And yeah, it's decent. I love it. But the thing is next week I'm freaking out, and I don't know if I should be because of the bye week. I lose Travis Etienne Jr. and Kenneth Walker. And I'm 5-4, and I just got in the 6th place right now.
Only 6 teams make the playoffs?
Yeah, and it's a 12-team, 4-point PPR. And I feel like I'm a little bit weak at TE, of course, and I also, I'm thinking if I should move one of my running backs, maybe one of the ones that have a bye next week, ETN or Kenneth Walker, even though I really like them, and possibly trade for, combine him with Jeff Wilson and maybe get a Travis Kelce. Or maybe I should split one of those running backs into 2 and divide it.
Well, I think you're drafting ETN or Walker ahead of Travis Kelce. So to be giving up Jeff Wilson in addition sounds like an overpay, if I've ever heard of one. So, and also don't be too crazy to chase the bye week or try and avoid the bye week. I'm all for avoiding the bye week, but at the same time, like you've been bye week free the entire time with those 2 RBs. If you make this trade just to avoid that and you're downgrading, and I'm not saying Kelsey's necessarily a downgrade, but like he's not ranked as high. So could Kelce outscore ETN or Walker? It's certainly possible, but you're going to give up a Jeff Wilson on top of that. I don't like that. Jeff Wilson could just step in and be the guy for you, you know.
That's true. Honestly, these 3 running backs have been carrying me these past 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, like do you
But,
really
I just feel like as soon as next week hits, I'm losing it.
Well, what happens though when you lose? So you have one of your 1 RB down though if you make this trade. I don't think I'm forcing it.
I thought it would be good just because I feel like I got ETN, Derrick Henry, and Kenneth Walker, and maybe Jeff Wilson might come through, but I don't know. That's why I was thinking maybe I could get trade off Kenneth Walker for somebody who's on bye right now, like a Joe Mixon, and get like a wide receiver with it or something.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I like your team a lot. I think you're set up pretty good. Who's your you have Gabe Davis and Olave. I wouldn't mind you getting a better wide receiver. Who's your tight end again?
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. You have Walker, Etienne, and Henry.
And I'm also, I got Jamar Chase.
Oh, see, what? What did I say about when you ordered your food, bro? What did I say? You know, us waiters and waitresses are out here working as hard as we can to get your orders right. And you leave the biggest detail, one of the biggest details out.
I thought I said it.
Maybe you did.
That thing was like
maybe you
the
did.
main course.
Maybe you did.
I thought it was dessert. I had it in the end.
Dude, most of the time I say this, and then somebody tells me that you did say it.
It's all right.
I don't think you.
You helped me.
I don't think you did. You're gonna give me a pass, thank you. I don't think you did. Let's see if the chat thinks you did. Hey, Ron Navy, appreciate you. Ron Navy's heading to bed. Ron Navy, appreciate you. See you all tomorrow, he says. I think he left it out. What's going on here with Slayer? Someone's saying something about Slayer. What is Slayer saying? All right, come on. Like, first of all, Matt, Anti-Slayer and Matt, you guys are both OGs here. Okay, don't make me get mad at one of you. Like, let's back up off the little bickering we got going on in the chat. Family, this is like Thanksgiving. We got Thanksgiving coming up, and these two are already acting like one of them spilled the milk. And bro, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you here other than your team's fire. I don't think I mess with it. You got Jamar Chase coming back. Maybe you trade Jamar Chase because you can't. What if you get Andrews for Jamar Chase? What if you get? Try that.
Okay.
That would be good. Andrews for Jamar Chase.
All right, if I throw a second team on you or a second.
I'm gonna have to take another call, bro. We've been here for quite a bit.
All right.
We're going on 7-8 minutes. Hit me with a dilemma inside that team or something. Don't throw the whole thing at me. Let's go fast. Pretend you got a timer. 30 seconds. Go.
Let's see here. You think I'll be finding Geno Smith for the rest of the season?
I'd rather you not.
As a quarterback.
I'd rather you not.
Okay.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. Call back tomorrow, and we'll do the other team.
All right.
All right, later. You're live in the Fantasy Football Show. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
I have a question for you. I wanted to know if you had any advice on who I should start this week. My quarterback is Dak. Wide receivers Lamb and Godwin. Running backs Etienne and Taylor. And my tight end is Kelsey. And my bench is Murray, Lazard, Chase, McLaurin, Peoples-Jones, and Elijah Mitchell. Would you reassemble that starting lineup?
I mean, the only guys you have are McLaurin, Kyler Murray, and then Jamar's hurt. So I think those are the only two, right? So your starting quarterback was who?
Right.
Dak?
Yeah, I'm kind of conflicted on starting Murray or Dak because Murray's been solid for me all year, but he's kind of hurt, and I don't know if Dak's going to do good or not.
Yeah, and then your flex is who? Who are you starting at flex?
Yeah, and that was another thing because I'm starting Pollard and Lamb and Dak all in the same lineup, so I didn't know if that was a good idea.
Is Pollard your flex?
So, Yeah, so maybe I was thinking Lazard or someone else.
Well, McLaurin, I would say.
Or just keep Pollard.
Or McLaurin.
Or McLaurin.
Or McLaurin.
You think he'll be better than Lazard? Because everyone's hurt on the Packers, and Aaron Rodgers don't have anyone else to throw it to.
Well, I think because I'm saying that, yeah, you're probably going to be right. If I'm saying don't go Lazard, he's going to have 2 touchdowns. Here's the industry average for Lazard and McLaurin. McLaurin is ranking around wide receiver 23, 24, 25. Lazard's ranking around 20, 21, 22. So Lazard is slightly ahead of him according to the industry average. So Lazard is the answer according to the mass public. And sometimes that's valuable because, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? When you ask the audience, you get a pretty good accuracy answer, accurate answer.
Right.
So that's a good one. So I say trust your gut, since the masses agrees with you slightly, and that's your gut. Don't change it based on me laughing about a big name like McLaurin, who's been disappointing all year long, and we just keep riding with him. I get it.
Or maybe even keep Pollard as my flex because, he's probably going to get limited touches anyways. And Pollard, he had a great game last time he played.
I think I can get behind that.
Green Bay's running defense sucks right now, too.
And Pollard is
Everyone's
probably... Oh, yes, he's about dead even with Lazard anyway. So I would definitely look at Pollard.
Oh, really?
I like that. Yeah, so they're pretty close. As far as Kyler, and again, I don't always go by this, but it's kind of nice to see if it changes your thinking.
He's been real solid for me all year.
If
Dak don't throw the ball too often.
If Kyler looks healthy, he's essentially like a top 5-6 quarterback play this week. So it comes down to like, is he healthy?
Really?
Is he healthy? Yeah, I mean, everything's lined up that he's a top 5, 6, 7, at least top 5 to 7 quarterback play this week if he's healthy. I think he's gonna be, but he could come up limp in the middle of a game though. A lot of times players that are struggling with injury, you think you know what you're dealing with, and then and he's got a hammy. So hammies are tough because that could get you in the middle of a game. But he's been dealing with it. I probably would roll with Kyler if it's me.
Right. That's my first gut instinct. Then I switched it to Dak because the injury, and I don't know, but something's telling me Dak's not gonna throw it too much, especially playing against Green Bay.
Sick nasty. That's not too much. I would take Patterson over that, even with this bad game. All right, bro. I gotta let you jump. I gotta hit these super chats, and I'm gonna call it a night. I appreciate you.
Okay. All right.
Thanks. Okay. Call back tomorrow. We'll do some more. Phone lines are closed. Rod Shaft. Did I answer Rod Shaft's? Yeah, I did. I did take care of Rod. That boy with a $20. What am I doing?
Mashed potatoes.
$20 hauler just sitting there right in front of me. I'm sorry, that boy. Knocked out a cord. Hold on. Okay, charging my phone here. No question, just showing love. I'm a lock for the playoffs in my league with a loaded team, thanks to you and the fam. ETN Skywalker to the moon. You know what? That boy. You thought you weren't getting anything here. That boy came in here to drop a $20 watt on screen. And he didn't want anything. But you know what? I have a gift for you, young Skywalker, a.k.a. that boy. My gift to you.
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker.
Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker, indeed. Appreciate you. That boy. You still here, by the way? Is that boy still here? I think he's here. He's always here. He's always watching. He's always listening. He's always here. He's that boy. Avi. We should do a 30-second round, St. Brown to the moon. 32nd round, St. Brown to the moon. Let's go ahead and Vamp, I didn't get ice cream, but what I did get was some burritos, bro. So appreciate you. The fam's trying to lose some LB, so they said no on the ice cream, and they said let's do some burritos, which wasn't that much better, but it was a little bit better. Smitty traded Curtis Samuel and Kenyon Drake for Gabe Davis. I'd say that's a win, Trey. I'd say that's a win. Rod Shaft says hit that subscribe button if you want to qualify for the next 10 membership gifts, says Rod Shaft. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, Avi, but St. Brown, once he bounces back, we might create something for him. How's that? No offense, that burrito didn't look great, Smitty. TM42. It's okay. It was great. It's hard for people to understand the locker scenario. Everyone wants to just think that I'm getting my food made I pick up, so it's funny because on my Instagram live, we ordered through DoorDash, but there's a pickup location for DoorDash employees and for Uber Eats and all those drivers, and it's right next to us. So when we order, it gives us the option of picking it up right next to us at the location where the DoorDash employee would go anyway to grab it. And so people freak out when I go get it because they think, because you just walk up to it. It's like in a locker, and you type in, where you order from DoorDash. Instead of waiting for somebody to come get it and deliver it, we literally order it on our phone. It's there like in 4 or 5 minutes. I can go get it and bring it here. And so I did it on a live stream, and everybody's like, oh my God, you got your food at a locker. But it's weird. Unless you go pick it up yourself, you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know your DoorDash or Uber Eats person's going to this like warehouse looking thing. It looks like the post office. It's got lockers, and the food's in the lockers. It is a little weird. Andy, non-PPR have offer to trade my Devontae for Brian Robinson. Nothing burger trade. Both of you get worse, Andy. Worthless trade, LOL, correct. Or take a chance on B-Rob. Only have Mixon and Walker and Gus at running back. I'd go get a Pittman. With whichever one gets you a Pittman, go do that. I think Pittman's worth about the same as those guys. And I think he's got the upside. If I had to take a gamble, I'd probably take a gamble on, I guess, B-Rob, because he's an RB and you need the RB. But, I mean, I don't think any one of them is going to help you or you're going to be using them. But appreciate your super chat, and I'd try and go get Gabe Davis. Or do the B-Rob trade, and then B-Rob's a little bit more attractive to trade. Maybe you package B-Rob with another player to get a slightly better player. I think B-Rob's more attractive to trade. I propose Judy, Hardman, Cousins for Jackson, St. Brown. Is that too much or not enough? That's definitely not enough, but if you pull it off, you'll be a sorcerer of the day.
Got him.
And definitely be a candidate for the got him button. I mean, certainly try. I also proposed Hardman for Gabe Davis. I like that one. Or do I do Godwin as bait? Godwin. I mean, depends on what you're getting for Godwin. But I like both those trade ideas. I'd try both of them if they don't work out. Maybe you can trade Godwin for St. Brown and something. For Jackson, St. Brown, is that too much? Man. I'm assuming you mean... Wait, hold on. I'm assuming you mean Lamar Jackson here, because you're saying Cousins. Is that Deion Jackson or something? If it's Deion Jackson, I still like it. I still would probably do it, but it's not a got him anymore. Blake, appreciate you. Did Rod Shaft drop another? Rod Shaft dropped another 10 super or 10 YouTube exclusive memberships. Rod. Look at Rod. Such it. Brian. Was it Burrito Big Jakes? No, it wasn't. Zachary, Hugh, Johnny, Mike, V-San, Peter Lawson, AJ, Nay, Kim, or Kimochi, Will, you guys all got YouTube exclusive memberships courtesy of your boy, Rod Shaft. And everybody give Rod Shaft a thank you in the chat, please. And then also know that you guys are able to ask me questions on Sunday mornings right now. That you have that membership thanks to Rod Shaft. Rod Shaft, doing it live. Appreciate you, Rod Shaft. You're to the moon, pal.
To the moon.
In my book, you're to the moon. Oh boy, Smitty's getting tired. Mark, let's get these super chats out of the way and then pack it in. We're 2 hours and 30 minutes. Who's got best chance of being the one running back? Being the one running back, Warren or White? Probably Rashad White. Who's closer to getting in first and best play for the playoffs when projecting? I would probably say Rashad White. But, I mean, either one could get in there, seriously. But like Ron Navy said earlier, the talk out of Pittsburgh is that maybe Najee's going to rebound. My Mixon and Pitts for Andrews and Jones. I assume that's Aaron Jones. And I would take Aaron Jones and Pitt, or Andrews and Aaron Jones. No. I don't know. It depends on your team. Like, Mixon should be sold a little high. I don't like Aaron Jones. He's injured. I don't mind. I feel like Mixon should get you more. I'm going to say no because I feel like Mixon should get you more. He just blew up. He just had the game of his life. How are we not getting more than that? I quietly don't mind it. I feel like you should be getting more. Got offered Andrews and Pollard for Ramondre and Likely. I would take Andrews and Pollard in a heartbeat. Yeah, it is weird he wants Likely, but the people do that. They want to like divide the trade in a way that like they could win it still and beat you. Like, I'll take Likely, I'll give you Andrews, but you got to give me Likely. It's kind of like, you know, you're both taking one of those like friendship keychains, and both of you have a piece. Likely, and I don't know what's going on there. Should I use my number 1 overall claim on Mooney? I don't know, Bobby. Depends on what you need, and I mean he's okay for it, but he's not like he's good. He's okay. He's good. All right, last super chat, and then I'm out of here. Appreciate you all. Is Lamb a moon man, Smitty? Well, I mean, let's check.
The moon men, dropping loads in outer space.
Space Monsters.
Is he playing like one all the time? No, but this is historically correct. I don't change that. I do change like the other things. But, you know, we'll see if he can finish out the season on a high note. Vamp, appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. I'm live Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm live whenever news breaks. And I'm live Tuesday, Thursday, that's today, at midnight. Friday at midnight, that's tomorrow. Saturday at midnight, that's the day after. Sunday morning, here, the last half hour leading into morning game kickoff. And during that half hour, all my YouTube exclusive members, link is pinned in the live chat. Link is also in the description if you're watching this replay and you missed the show. Shame on you. But grab that YouTube exclusive membership, shall you? Shall we? You know, let's have a day. Let's have a day every Sunday. And if you have that YouTube exclusive membership, you can ask me a question because I answer everybody with the green names on Sunday morning. I'm out of here. Appreciate you all. I want to say thanks to Rod Shaft. I want to say thanks to Mom. I want to say thanks to Sweezy, Sam, Mark, Blake, Andy Murphy, That Boy, Ron Navy, Avi, Taurus, Rod Shaft, Blake, Ron Navy, Eric, Sick Nasty, Castro, Kevin, Sick Nasty, Jimmy the Drunk, Money Mitch, Stroke, Dylan, DJ, Life Foundation, Jeff, Andlinger, thank you, Jeff, Carrie, Nicola, Tesla, Surfing, Zach Jan, MGK, See My Tears, Travis Rowe, Thomas Reese, Toasty Buns, Team Zero Gaming, Howard, Bello, Anti-Slayer, Carrie, and Cody for all of your super chats. You guys rock. I'll see you all tomorrow on the flip side later. We haven't done the Panic Chamber yet. We're a little behind on that, but I'm going to do that during the day tomorrow. Appreciate you. See you all later. Peace out. And on that note, I leave you with the best thing you've ever seen in your entire life.
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker.